You mean like we're talking outside of motorcycle accident, the driver privilege? Well, because we created an every man for himself environment. So, you know, this is human nature. If you put people there in that environment and you encase them in 2 tons of metal, you're going to get that kind of behavior. So we already don't have a culture like Japan, which is a mindfulness of others, which is inherent, that's inside. So you grow up, you don't speak on the phone and the train, you're very mindful of it. Here we have it's also what makes us kind of beautiful, but I think the flip side is this camaraderie that we have we have 2 spheres, the private sphere and the public sphere. When it's our family, we'll do anything for them. We'll literally die for them, we'll kill for them, you know, you do. But that's here. We have a great distrust for the public sphere. And this has been well documented by anthropologists when they look at it's what makes us very special. But on the other hand, it's this distrust for anything in the public sphere. I have a point coming up, don't worry, just in case you think I'm rambling. Anything is valid in order to bring commodities to the private sphere. That was how some anthropologists put it. So when you put that into the road environment, it's really a free-for-all. I don't even call it driving anymore. I call it UFC on wheels. Because everyone's just, Then you have this, for me, the poison pill there, the worst thing there, the wang-wangs. Because you literally, it's one middle finger up.
Everybody.
Yes. And nothing.
And they're back.
It's a microcosm of everything that's wrong.
They're back in a major way.
They are back in a major way. And it's a microcosm of everything that's wrong on the roads, and you can even extend it outside. But I'll focus on the roads. That fact that I'm bigger, I'm better, I'm more important, my time's more valuable than yours, F you. That's get the hell out. That creates so much anarchy. I mean, it's primal. The feeling is primal. You don't have to be educated. You don't have to have any kind of experience in anything. You will be angry if you were just popped out of Africa and that happened to you and somebody did that and bullied you. You'd be offended. So when you do that on the roads and we have this crisis now, it just magnifies it. And it doesn't seem like anyone's there on top of it going, wait a minute, guys, just, get strict. If they just were really super strict on the wang-wangs, that would help a lot.
What's the best way to deal with the wang-wangs?
I would impound every single car that had one. First, you have to
But
revisit.
they're escorted.
Yeah. As private citizens, do you think...
No, it's private citizens. Okay. Firstly, wish list. If I was you impound. If you're not the president, the vice president, the senate president, the chief of the armed forces, those apparently are the only ones covered under the presidential decree but it still goes back to Marcos's time. Maybe you can revisit that and have who is really allowed, but that's really only the 4 that I know of that's allowed aside from emergency vehicles.
But even vice mayors, even some councillors and
anybody.
Everyone's
Jokoy.
But
Jokoy sa wang-wang, yes.
I think he pulled it down. I think he pulled the video down. Kawawa naman. I don't blame him. It's not his fault, but yes. Okay, what you can do as private citizens, it's a tough one because I know what I'd do, but it's not something I could probably...
What if you ignore them?
I do.
They're up your
do
ass?
you?
I do, but
you don't step aside?
But I wouldn't recommend that, but I gotta keep
You're
it
not
real.
James Deakin.
No, because for me, I put my window down and I look like that crazy foreigner yelling out. I mean, if you don't know, because I'll literally ask the cop, because I'll just stay. I won't make him get. I'll just stay in my lane. And eventually they'll come around and he'll sometimes tap my window or signal, and I'll say, "Saan ang permit nyo?"
Oh,
and then they just tend to go. But having said that, it's not something I would advise to people because
Listen mo.
we don't know how it gets.
Sabi niya, saan ang permit nyo eh?
Pero kasi kano eh. Pero tayong mga Indian mukhang pasupa.
No habla Espanyol.
No habla Espanyol.
But it's a tricky one because I've seen people get into, some physical altercations over it. Side mirrors getting smashed over it.
At saka yung...
That's not something I wanna.
Gano'n nila yung kotse mo, nakakainit ng ulo yun eh.
Yeah.
Si James may isang iconic na shinare na picture dati. Hindi ko lang kung sa'yo, it's from you, no? Parang, private cars should observe the yellow lane, but it's a bird's eye view of buses.
This my original shot, but I know exactly what you're
the bony area of this all all the lanes of EDSA.
Parang ganyan yung bus, di ba? And everyone's here like that, and all the buses.
It's a very sarcastic post,
Yeah.
obviously.
Bonnie, no? It's Bonnie.
Bonnie.